frontiering the entire Star Wars universe.
Sure, absolutely. Where do you want to start, Bearcon?
I think we do. Do we just do timeline order?
Okay, starting with the
Acolyte?
Acolyte.
Good. This is good. We start with placing the Acolyte on the tier so people are on board with us.
Right.
All right. Where would you put the Acolyte?
D.
D. I'm putting it on D.
It's like clearly one of the worst Star Wars projects.
I think it has great moments. I really do. I think it could have developed into something more, but it's a D.
Okay. Good. Star Wars Episode 1.
The Phantom Menace.
The Phantom Menace.
B.
Yeah, let's do B.
I think it's a B.
I agree. For the same argument that you said, where it's like, I think there are great moments, but there are also parts where I'm like, I don't know, it's all right.
But like the highs are so much more than like the Acolyte's highs. I think like the score is so good. I love the relationship between Qui-Gon
and Duel of the Fates.
Duel of Fates.
It's arguably one of the best Star Wars moments.
Yeah.
Is Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn dueling Darth Maul to Duel of the Fates.
Yeah.
Like top tier Star Wars moment, if not a top tier Star Wars movie.
And Speed Racer?
That's got
Speed Racer?
Pod
racing?
Yeah. Now this is pod racing.
This is pod racing. Yeah, I think it's a good B. All right. Attack of the Clones?
That's right. Episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
C.
C?
Yeah, my least favorite of the main films.
Okay. I think we can space it out a little bit. I'll agree with you on that. I don't feel strongly enough about Attack of the Clones to debate on this one.
Padme can almost put it in an S by herself, but unfortunately that's not what I'm rating.
We got peak Padme, and we have that scene on Geonosis with with Kit Fisto and Mace Windu and Jango Fett.
It's a good scene.
And yeah, all of the Geonosian monsters. The clones come in, and then they duel Count Dooku. Yoda's there.
Like, even as a C, like these are still like good movies in my opinion.
Yeah. I love the entire like third act of Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, but I still think it's a C.
Okay, that's whatever. I mean, we know where this one's going. Revenge of the Sith.
S.
Revenge of the S.
Revenge of the Sith.
I mean, there. What is there to say?
The greatest movie of all time.
We all know. And if you aren't putting Revenge of the Sith in S, something's wrong with you.
You're wrong. You're just silly.
Okay. What about the Clone Wars movie? That
D.
Might also be D.
That's a D.
Okay.
Clone Wars movie's a D.
It is introducing Ahsoka, though.
It is introducing Ahsoka, but it's still a D.
Okay.
It's not great.
Oh, I forgot to screen record this.
Michael.
Okay, hold on. Let's take some screenshots here.
Michael, you're an editor's worst nightmare.
Well, Bearcon, you knew that we were going to do this at the beginning, and we had this problem last week, and you didn't say anything.
I have to set up the screen recording thing on there too.
Hold on. Well, I have to get all these pictures back now.
You could have just did it later.
Well, I'm not going to remember the order that we did it in later.
The timeline order.
I don't know. I don't have the timeline order memorized. I'm not like you, Bearcon.
We're 4 movies in. What's the heart of episode 1, 2, 3?
We were 5 movies in.
Oh, okay. Well, one of us was a TV show, so 4 movies and a TV show.
Okay. We have The Acolyte in D. We have Attack of the Clones in C. We have Phantom Menace in B. We have Revenge of the Sith in S. And then we also have The Clone Wars in D. And so now we are at the Clone Wars TV show.
Yes, but let's start screen recording, shall we?
Oh, well, set it up for me.
Yeah,
then.
let me set it up.
All right. Guys, we also saw Power Ballad this week with Nick Jonas and Paul Rudd. But because we saw it 2 weeks early, we're not going to talk about it this episode. I will say, though, that the soundtrack has been stuck in my head for days.
The one song?
No, well, there's like 3 songs in it.
Okay.
But they did play that one song the entire movie. Like, once they introduced that song, they did not stop playing it for the next hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're back. Now we're recording.
The Clone Wars TV show.
A.
Why A? Why not S?
Because there is a lot of filler, and there is a lot of, like, it's not, like, a lot of, like,
I think I have to stand my ground on this. I think it's got to be S.
I think like the final season is like S. There's so many S moments in it, but I'm like, what? Like
the Clone. You were just saying
S. I feel like has to be sacred.
You were literally just saying earlier that you think that the Clone Wars might be the best animated.
I
TV
said
show.
I was going to argue it, but then I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not going to say it's better than Avatar: The Last Airbender because there is so much filler.
But in your mind, it is arguably the best.
No, it's one of my
TV
favorite shows of all time. But it's not objectively 100% superior
to one other animated show.
No, I'm just saying, like, in general, it's not 100% superior because there's so much there is a lot of bad in the Clone Wars.
I have to stand my
There's
ground.
still a lot of bad in it.
I have to put my foot down on this. I think it's probably the best Star Wars project.
No, it's not better than what I think is in the S. I'm saying A. I'm saying it's in A. I have two. There's two projects in my brain that I think are S quality.
You put Revenge of the Sith in S, and I think that Order 66 is so much better after Star Wars.
Of course, but Revenge of the Sith was also still my favorite movie before Clone Wars.
And the Clone Wars TV show is one of your favorite TV shows.
Yes, but as I just said, objectively, there is still a lot wrong in the Clone Wars.
Bearcon, I'm not budging on this. It has to go in S.
I don't think it needs.
Is this your list or is this our list?
It's our list. So okay, is it your list or is it our list?
I agreed with you on all of this other stuff. I didn't. I when we brought up Attack of the Clones, I said, you know what, this isn't worth.
Where would you put Attack of the Clones in?
I'd probably put it B. I like the entire last act of that movie.
It's not my fault that you didn't have the balls to argue on it.
No, it's because I was saving it for a moment like this. I was saving it for a moment like this.
How do we settle it? How do we settle this?
I'm putting it in S. I have the iPad.
You what?
I'm putting it in S. I have the iPad.
All right. Well, I would like to make it known that I think it's an A.
Okay. Next up, we have the Bad Batch.
C.
B.
Okay.
I think it could be C.
It's C. The Bad Batch isn't. It's what you just said. It's whatever.
But B is literally right in the middle.
Yeah, but I don't.
B, C, D.
No, I think it's C.
Whatever. That's fine with me. It's whatever.
Is that the trade?
Yeah.
The trade.
Kenobi. I also think this could be B or C.
I think it could be B or C too. A lot of people want us to put it C or D. I really enjoyed Kenobi. Like, I loved it.
I think it might be C. It's like the only really like good part about it really is the fight at the very end, but I don't like the whole Kenobi lost his mojo angle to it. That's so out of character for him.
Is it? Like, I don't know if it's out of character. I think he went through a really traumatic thing.
But Obi-Wan's entire character in every other project has been the most calm, collected,
but he's never
logistical person on screen.
But then literally everything he believed in, the closest person in his life betrayed him and everyone.
But then when we see Ben Kenobi down the line, he's still calm, cool, collected, knows exactly what to do.
Because after like Kenobi, he got himself back. Like, he was going through PTSD and trauma.
But that's why I don't like the whole, like, in the middle, between everything else that we saw before this, he had his mojo. This is the one project where he lost his mojo. I just don't love that. It's like, it's not the Obi-Wan that I like.
We seen him once in between, and I was like,
exactly. Exactly. And that's why it's so out of character. That's what I'm saying.
It's I don't think it was out of character because he got back to that point.
Okay, we're putting him in C then.
What?
We're putting him in C.
This is ridiculous.
Okay. Next we have Solo.
D.
Yeah.
I don't even
There's
care.
nowhere else to put it.
I don't even care.
All right. Rebels. Here's my thing with Rebels. The first 2 seasons, bad. The second 2 seasons, good.
See, this is the same thing with like Clone Wars. Rebels has some of the best moments in Star Wars.
Exactly.
But a lot of it is bad.
Unfortunately, a lot of it is like after you get through the bad.
Yeah.
You have to like go through all the mud to finally get.
But again, we are talking about some of the best in Star Wars. Some moments are like if you're going to hit a high, you're hitting the high.
Right.
Ahsoka versus Vader.
Yes, the Bendu.
Oh God.
You do have
Kanan's like sacrifice.
Yes. But again,
the world between worlds.
Until he gets blinded, like he as a character is like whatever. But then once you actually start watching his Jedi journey, that's when he actually gets good. So it's like that's why I think it might be B.
I think it's B
because it's like literally like
I'll give it B.
50,
I think
50
it's B.
split.
I think it's B.
Rogue One, A.
B.
Really?
You can't argue. You know what? I deserve to have the definitive answer with this because I used to be very high on Rogue One. I finished Andor. And Andor is so good, it actually ruins Rogue One for me. Like, literally, I watched all of Andor and then immediately played, like, Rogue One because I was like, I want the full experience. I'm like, wow, this feels wrong. Like, Andor feels completely wrong in Rogue One after the show Andor. And I'm like, this doesn't, like, I have no attachment to these characters anymore. Like, it genuinely ruined the experience for me. So I'm putting it at B. It's very well made. But from a story perspective, I can't unknow what I know.
And you know what, Bearcon? I respect your opinion. I'll put it in.
Shut up.
It can be that easy. It can be that easy.
I don't like this.
Okay. Maul Shadow Lord.
A. It's one season, but it's an A.
I think A is pretty good for it. It's really good.
Yeah.
But it's like
But
I
here's
think-
I need to go back to Clone Wars now for a second.
okay.
If Maul continues being peak with every season they release, that to me is an S tier
Yes.
versus what the Clone Wars would be, and you'd have to flip it.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
No,
would take-
because like you
It would
can't
take
like,
a lot. It would take a lot to replace Clone Wars. I think
I don't know.
because
I
Clone
think
Wars covers so much.
it does cover so much, but that's the problem is because there is we don't need to rehash that.
Okay.
It's
But-
you put solidified as I think right now Maul's an A.
I do agree with you because if Maul continues to be as good as it is for longer, then it can go S.
Yes,
But right now, having like one good season of TV,
8
I'm like-
episodes, 8 good episodes,
8 good episodes, yeah. I'm like, you know what? You're pretty good, and I'm hooked right now. However, like a year from now, am I gonna be like, oh my god, Maul is peak? I need to rewatch it.
Yeah.
You know. Okay, now we're getting to the original trilogy.
Yeah.
A New Hope.
S.
Okay.
New Hope's S.
First Star Wars movie started off this entire franchise. You got to put it in S just out of respect.
It's S. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I rewatched New Hope recently. I was like, wow, I forgot like how magical and amazing this movie is.
Yeah.
Like I remember I pulled it up just to like do a bit, like to film something for like social, and then it took me hours to edit because I just kind of stopped and
and just rewatch.
and just rewatched the movie. I just like literally stopped in my tracks.
That's so funny.
Like I literally stood in front of my TV for like 40 minutes and then sat
Yeah.
down on the
as
ground.
soon as John Williams starts playing,
I sat down on the ground, Michael, in front of the TV. I was like, I'm just gonna sit right here.
Damn. That's crazy. I agree with you. S tier. Moving on, episode 5. Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. I think probably A.
I think Empire Strikes Back is the most overrated Star Wars movie of all time, but it's an A. I just
Okay.
wanted to.
At least we agree on where it goes.
I think it's tremendous.
Yeah.
I think the first act is so much weaker than anyone wants to admit. But
the whole Hoth act. You don't
yes,
like the whole
it's
Hoth
so.
act?
I don't like how we just skip over a bunch of stuff, and they're like, "Oh yeah, well this happened and this happened and this happened." I had a whole relationship with Leia, but then we broke up, so now we're fighting. Like I don't like that they tell me everything that happened off screen, and I'm like, this is kind of slow.
Yeah.
But then there's a point where Luke goes to Dagobah. From then on, brilliant.
yeah.
But I don't like the first half because I feel like I'm like scrambling to catch back up, and I shouldn't have to feel that way.
I like the whole Hoth act. Honestly, I thought all the acts were very different, but I liked each of them.
I think it's unique and still good, but I'm just saying I don't like that I felt like I was scrambling to
Okay.
figure
All right.
everything out.
You and I have talked about this before, so I'm not going to get too into it. But I do think that's
still
kind
think
of
it's an A.
that's kind of Star Wars' whole shtick. Where at the beginning of the movie, there's just scrolling text that says, "Here's all the content. Here's everything you missed."
Yes, but it's not like important relationship things.
Okay.
That it's just like what's happening in the world, but it's not like Han and Leia did hook up, they had their moment, and then they broke up.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even New Hope didn't even end with them like having a relationship.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. What do you think about Star Wars Episode 6?
Also
Return
A.
of the Jedi. Also A?
I actually think I enjoy Return of the Jedi more than Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
They're both top 5 products.
I think,
for me.
I mean, honestly, all 3 of the original trilogy, I kind of put them all almost into like one category. It's hard for me to separate them because a lot of the times when I'm watching the movies, I kind of I binge watch them. You know?
Yeah, of course.
So to me, it's like I think they're all pretty close together. Giving A New Hope S and then the Revenge of the Sith and Return of the Jedi. Sorry,
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire
and
Strikes
Return
Back,
of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi. I think putting them all S to A is fair.
Yeah.
You know. Okay. All right. Hold on. There's Return of the Jedi and A. So next we have The Mandalorian,
The series.
the series.
3 seasons.
Yes. I think also probably A.
Because either A or B.
I don't know if it's as good as Revenge of the Sith, A New Hope, or Clone Wars, but it's not as bad as Rebels.
I think it's the highs of the Mandalorian don't match the high of Rebels. The first 2 seasons
Yeah,
of the
but it's like-
Mandalorian
it's
are so
consistent.
good. The third season's not consistent.
Yeah,
The third
okay.
season's
All
bad.
right, all right, all
That's
right.
where I think
Okay.
it might fall into B.
Because of one season, but it's like more. It's like 2/3
That's a third.
good, and then one not so good. It's
No,
good
is
for
it
Rebels.
is it 2/3 good, or is there moment is season 1 great and then season 2 is like half and half?
Okay, and then season 3 is
Bad.
bad. So you also think it's?
I
you
think it
it's
might be a
as
B.
half and half as Rebels.
I think it might be, yeah.
I think it might be low A, high B. I wish there was like a middle ground. I wish there was an A minus.
No, it's you gotta commit.
Or like
I'm
a
not.
B+.
I don't want to round up. I'm giving it a B.
I really have a problem putting it on the same tier as Rebels. But then again, we did put
Rebels is we just said Rebels has the highest highs of Star Wars.
Yeah, but also some of the lowest lows. Like it was like when
I don't think it's the lowest.
when it
lowest.
switched property owners to Disney and Disney was just making it straight.
It was
up.
always Disney.
No. The Clone Wars was
Clone Wars switched.
yeah. That's
Rebels debuted on Disney XD.
But that's what I mean is that they were doing Clone
you mean
Wars,
Star
and the
Wars.
property owners
Okay,
switched,
okay, okay.
and then Rebels was
I
like
thought you
Disney's.
meant like in the middle of Rebels.
No,
it switched.
No, when they switched property owners and they started Rebels, Disney didn't know how to do Star Wars properly
Right.
yet, and they just made it straight up like a show for Disney XD,
Right.
and it was not good at all.
Right.
And then they realized, okay, we can get a little bit more adult with this, like Clone Wars did on Cartoon Network.
And it got better.
And so it's like I don't know if Mandalorian ever sunk to as low as Rebels.
I think Mandalorian flipped. I think Mandalorian started incredible and then went downhill.
did. Okay.
So I do think they have similar. It just flipped.
Okay. Before I place this one, where would you put the movie then? Because you got
I
to
would put the movie in C.
you would put the movie in C.
Yes.
Dang.
I gave it a 6.5.
I don't know. I think I would put the Mandalorian in A and the movie in B.
I think it's B and C.
How are we going to settle this? Should we put them both in B?
No, I really don't think so.
I think we have to settle this somehow. I don't know if I can just go along with everything.
Do you want to come back to them?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we'll
Let's
come
go
back to them.
Because Book of Boba Fett, are you putting that in D?
I'm putting that in C.
Okay, so you're putting that in C, and you're also putting the Mandalorian movie in C.
Yes.
You're putting the Mandalorian movie and the Book of Boba Fett in the same category.
Yeah. Only putting the Book of Boba Fett in C because the second half is so good.
I think I would agree with you with the Book on Boba Fett in C. My problem is now putting the Mandalorian and Grogu movie in that same category.
I think it is in the same category, to be honest.
We'll come back to it. Okay, let's move on to Ahsoka. I think that might be C.
I love Ahsoka. I would put Ahsoka in B.
Okay, I can see
It's
B.
one season. I really enjoyed it. I mean, you brought back Daddy Skywalker, Hayden Christensen. I love what they did. I love Amon Esfandi as Ezra. I like Bail Ball. I can't now. Ray Stevenson's character. I really liked. I like Sabine and Ahsoka's relationship. I would put it in B.
Okay. To me, it's just kind of like, honestly, it wasn't like monumental or anything.
But
Like
it's just one
it
season.
just kind of felt mid to me.
It's just one season.
It's one
though.
season.
And then season 2 is probably going to explore like the Mortif gods,
uh-huh.
which I think is going to be really cool.
I think maybe with more seasons, I could see it going up tiers. But based on season 1, I was like, that was like fine.
It reintroduced Grand Admiral Thrawn, the space whales. I think it's a B. It's one season though, so it's like I'm investing in Ahsoka.
If we put that one in B, can we put the Mandalorian TV show? You're not budging on that at all?
No, I'm
Why
not
are we
budging on
doing
that
this
at
as a joint tier list?
It's because it has been joined. You put Clone Wars in S, even though I didn't want
All
to.
I'm doing is agreeing with you. The only time where I actually stood my ground was putting the Clone Wars
No,
in S
there's
tier.
another one. There's another one where you're like,
What
I'm
else?
putting in this one.
That was the only one.
Let me see the tiers.
Go for it.
Let me see the tiers. You put Rogue One in B. No, you put.
No, that wasn't me.
you
I wanted to put it in
put-
A. You put it in B.
Yeah. Hold up.
Yeah, go look for it. I'm telling
I
you.
wanted to put Kenobi in B, and you put it in C. That's what it was.
Oh, I put it down one?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did two. How many projects are there here?
We don't need to get into that. I think Ahsoka. We're investing in Ahsoka. We're believing in Ahsoka.
You are.
You're not. You have
you're
no
not putting
hope.
me in the same
You have
category.
no hope.
I just don't like the fact that
Where's your hope? This is Star Wars. It's
I
all
don't like
about
the fact
hope.
that
The
you-
rebellion was built on hope.
You are literally just throwing me in the same boat as you.
Yeah, get in.
You're saying this
Get
is what
in.
we're doing.
You're killing my momentum,
No,
Michael.
No, you're making me just your sidekick.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I win. We're doing whatever I want now, and I'm putting
For this one.
I'm putting the Mandalorian in.
No. That's way too high stakes.
I'm putting the
That's
Mandalorian
way
in.
too high stakes. No, take the Mandalorian. We're
It's
talking
too
about
late.
Ahsoka.
It's too
We
late.
were not
I'm
fighting
putting-
for the
I'm
Mandalorian.
putting-
Put a Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian
I'm taking the iPad back.
No,
The Mandalorian is going in B.
This is literally my iPad.
I don't care. How do I do this?
taking it back.
No!
I'm
Stop!
taking it back. And now, hold on. You're in my shot.
I don't care.
You're in my shot.
I don't care. This is my shot now. I get
Get outta
both
here.
shots.
Get out of here. Okay, we played rock paper scissors. I'm putting the
For
Mandalorian
Ahsoka.
in A.
Okay, no. Can we do this properly?
I'm doing it properly.
No,
I'm
because
doing it
I
properly.
thought we were playing rock paper scissors for Ahsoka. Now suddenly we were playing for Amanda. We agreed to come back to it at the end.
All you said.
We
was,
agreed to come back to it at the end,
Okay,
and you're trying to sneak it in there.
okay, we'll come back to it.
Put Ahsoka in C. That's what we played. That's what I lost.
Okay, so
That's what I did fairly. Now let's continue.
Okay, Skeleton Crew.
C.
Yeah, also C. Now we have 6 in C.
I had a heart attack for a second. I was
You-
like, what if it wasn't recorded this whole time?
Okay. Now
We are looking at, what is this, episode 7?
The Force Awakens.
We're getting into the sequels. Yeah.
I think The Force Awakens is tremendous.
I think it's probably A.
I think it's A.
Be-
I
it-
think that's an unpopular opinion, but I think it's an A.
I think it's basically a rehashing of episode 4.
But
And
I don't care.
We did episode 4 in S.
I really enjoyed.
So-
I really loved The Force Awakens when it came out in theaters.
I
It
mean-
was such a great theater experience too.
And we didn't have a Star Wars movie for a long time.
no,
at
like
that
I
point.
really loved it.
It was really, I mean, it was amazing when Star Wars
I
came
loved
back.
the bold choices they made with like Han Solo. I was so happy with it.
Yeah. People actually did like Kylo Ren's lightsaber. I know people are kind of torn on that, but when Kylo Ren's lightsaber came out in the trailer, people
Yeah,
were
I was like, oh, that's
"Whoa."
crazy.
we didn't know a lightsaber could do that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with
We
A.
liked the whole like unstable look of it. You know?
Yeah. The next one's gonna be interesting.
Okay. Episode 8. What was this one
The
called?
Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi.
I think The Last Jedi is another one that's better than people give it credit
I
for.
would put it in B.
I would put it in B.
I would put it in
I would
Okay.
put it in B.
because honestly, it did kind of change a lot of the narrative.
Right.
A lot of the story was one ship chasing another ship.
Right. But they
But-
made so many like great risks
Yeah.
that I really appreciated.
Mhm.
And I don't think Luke Skywalker acted out of character. I would argue that your argument that Kenobi was more out of character in Kenobi is more accurate than saying Luke Skywalker is out of character in Last Jedi.
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
So
All right.
I also especially love the moment with him and like Yoda where he's like, but the text, like that's what it's supposed to be. And Yoda's like, no.
Who cares?
It's like it's not.
I liked when Kylo Ren was like, "Join me!" Like we could build something
The
new
throne
together.
room was so good. The
Yeah.
throne room sequence is so good.
I really liked Kylo Ren
Yeah.
killing Snoke. I wish that we knew more about Snoke before
That
he got
is-
killed.
Yeah, but that comes down to a decision of it should have all been one director and a cohesive story.
Okay. Can you turn like the car actually all the way on?
I don't know.
All right. Whatever. I'll fix it later. Okay. Let's do episode 9, The Rise of the Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
D. No.
I think it's
I'm
D.
C. I'm gonna put it at C.
I think it's one of the worst Star Wars.
I'm gonna put it at
projects.
C because like I really had fun watching it in theaters.
I didn't really.
I really enjoyed it in theaters.
I don't think it's good, dude. And
I'm not
also,
saying C is like great.
we put a bunch of other stuff in C. I mean, this is. Would you say that this is one of the worst Star Wars projects? Like out of all 25 of them or whatever,
It's the worst
would you
of
say
the
it's
nine.
one of the worst?
It's the worst of the Skywalker
There you go.
saga.
So it's already like one of the. It's already in the bottom half.
Okay, fine.
I think it's got to go. In
I
B.
do want to give its props as a great theater experience.
I think if we're just comparing it to other Star Wars projects, even if you do think it's a pretty okay movie, it's one of the worst in the Star Wars franchise. Okay, and then we know where this is going. Andor.
Andor's A.
Oh, you don't think it's S?
No, I think it's A. I think it's incredible. I think if it was like another season, it could have been S. I think it's A.
All right, I'll put it in A. I actually haven't seen it.
I
so
know.
I'll defer to your judgment on it. All right. So now we actually have to get to the difficult conversation: the Mandalorian TV show and movie.
I think Mandalorian is B and the movie's a C.
I think they are the TV show is A and the movie is B.
Season 3. You can't be an A, but a season be bad. You can't. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, you can't do that. If you're saying, like, season 3 is bad, it's not an A.
What would you rate the Mandalorian TV show out of 10?
Probably, like, a 7.5.
Okay, and you rated the TV show a 6.5.
The movie is 6.5.
So they're pretty close.
yes.
Okay.
But I don't...
But they're
no,
a
wait.
tier
No.
apart.
No. First 2 seasons are, like, an 8.5.
Okay.
The third season is, like, a 5.5, maybe a 6.
Okay.
No, I don't think it's
That
actually
rounds-
that close. I think I would prefer all 3 seasons of The Mandalorian versus Mandalorian and Grogu. Like I
Okay.
think season 3 is better than the movie. But I think season 3 is too bad to give it an A tier. I think it's B. I really like in my heart like putting an A seems like a mistake.
What if we put them both in B?
A compromise?
Yeah, compromise. Because we also have a bunch of C's already. If we put another thing in C,
Okay, fine. We'll compromise.
all right, we'll compromise. We're putting both Mandalorian projects
We're lumping them together and putting them both in B.
Okay. All right. And that's our tier.
Hold on one sec. There it is. Okay. So just to recap, in S tier, we have Revenge of the Sith, The Clone Wars, and A New Hope. In A tier, we have Maul, Shadow Lord, not Revenge of the Sith, The Empire Strikes Back,
Yes.
Return of the Jedi.
Yes.
What was episode 7 called?
The Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens and Andor. In B tier, we have Phantom Menace, Rebels, Rogue One, episode 8. I forget the sequels all the time. It's
Last Jedi,
The Last
Rise
Jedi.
Skywalker.
Well, Rise of Skywalker's indeed, but we have The Last Jedi, and then both Mandalorian projects. C tier, we have Attack of the Clones, The Bad Batch, Kenobi, Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and Skeleton Crew. And then in D tier, we have Acolyte, the Clone Wars movie, and then Solo and Rise of Skywalker.
Yes.
I think that's a pretty good
I
tier.
think it's fair. We'll see. We'll see how we get cooked.
Some things might be one tier in a different direction, but
Yeah.
I don't think that we terribly messed up anything.
We
really.
encourage your opinions.